What's good, Stylia? Hey, can you hear me? Just decided just to go, off the hook, man, and just see who would show up, man. This wasn't really planned. I just thought I'd just go ahead and pop up live and see what's going on. But my biggest thing is this year, right now, uh, we can't use any artificial lures or anything like that. So right now, you can only pretty much use a bobber and worm, or you can take the bobber off and use the worm. But I'm not having any luck with that right now. So not until like late April, early May, start using artificial lures and start fishing for pike. So I wanted to do something new while I fishing for this pike. I wanted to find some information on some pike flies. So with this particular episode, what we're going to talk about is setup of pike fly fishing. So I'm not going to use like an actual uh, fly fishing setup, but what I want to do is I want to use these maybe like maybe some sort of light setup with, or I may even go with like a medium heavy type rod, um, and using line anywhere from 7 to 12 test line, spinning rod. So I bought a specific spinning reel for this adventure. So we'll see whoever comes up, and we'll discuss it today. Oh, do you plan to fish for some pike today, Celia? Okay, do you guys got some good pike out that way? And what kind of bass do you guys have out there? You got both largemouth and smallmouth, or do you have other species as well? That's species of bass, that is. And then on top of that, what do you plan on using today? Or actually, you said shiners. Okay, yeah. Are you gonna can you hook them up live, or are you gonna use dead bait? Are you going to use live bait or are you going to use dead bait? Nice. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take like whatever size hook. You're just gonna like hook it up on the back and let them swim around. Are you gonna use a bobber or height? What's your setup? On lip, no bobber. Okay, okay. How has the fishing been so far this year? Dude, unless you caught something, man. Hey, that's not bad. I haven't caught anything since like January, man. In fact, since I've been back to Bavaria, I haven't caught anything in Bavaria. Now I've lost a few fish. My hookup ratio's been straight trash so far. But hey, I would take that little bass that you got any day of the week right now. And what did you catch them on? Did you catch them on them shiners? Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and fix my lighting here. Oh man, that's pretty good. How was it when the bass hit it? Did it just like strike it like hard or what? Did it just suck it up or what? Like what are you trying to what do you have problems rigging up? What do you mean? Okay, so basically he just slurped up your lure and then he just started moving on his way. Yeah, okay, Roger. He saw your line in a different location. That means the fishing is really slow over there, and that probably the same situation over here. Is for me to go ahead and nab something, I'm gonna have to put something on a weight that'll let that lure sit on the bottom and just let them slurp it up, and then they're probably just gonna go ahead and walk with it. Unfortunately, that's not my kind of fishing. I find that bank fishing like that, where I'm just standing on the bank not doing anything, I find that to be a little bit boring. I myself prefer to go ahead and I like to hustle for my fish, man. I like to find little areas where they're at and figure out their patterns. I don't like to just throw it out there in the water and just let it sit. That I find that to be a little bit boring. Unfortunately, when you're bait fishing during the winter, that's the kind of fishing that you have to do. You gotta let your lure just sit out there, wait for something to pick it up. Now, when you're in a boat, that it's a different story because you go out to different depths and find structure. Pretty much just kind of like jig it in front of their face. At least that's a little bit of action. They'll take off with it. But unfortunately, I don't have a. Well, okay, yeah, I gotta float too damn cold to be up in that sucker right now. Okay, still here. We're gonna have to. You said you made a video of it. Okay, we're gonna have to check you out real quick. Go to YouTube so we can watch it together. Is this it? The fit? What? Hold on. Which one is it? Is it this Fishing Great Falls Historic National Park? Which one is it? Last vid. Relaxing watching fish or anglers are lucky. Those are both shorts. Okay, the newest vid shows the area. Okay, so you're talking about this one. Man, that looks nice right there. That looks juicy. Hey, right here, that's where they'll be, right in this pocket. They'd be right over there too. Bingo. I called it. I figured you'd catch them right there because right here, this looks sweet right here. They may be in this slack water area right here as well, but I know for sure all the action's like right up in that pocket right. Just before it just jumps off into them falls. Yo, you straight up in this city. Where is this at, bruh? Mary Ellen. Oh, okay. This is a park. Homeboy riding around in that four wheeler, man. He getting it in. Hey, that's pretty nice over there, man. I like that. Okay, this is New Jersey. Hey, that's nice, man. I like that area. Are there any spots under them falls? Oh, hell no, there ain't no spots under them falls. Death. Death is underneath them falls. Where does it go? Oh, Man, that's a cliff. Yes, the Passaic River runs along. Shoot, yeah, there ain't nothing under them falls but rocks. That's dope though, man. That's a beautiful area. I like that. All right, let's check out the Angler Are Lucky vid. Oh, wait. Is that the video that I'm thinking? Are Lucky. Yeah, I've seen this one. This is like this is the first time. This is the first video that I saw when I started following you. This is a nice spot right here. I'm surprised they haven't done anything with that factory. Yeah, I would bet dollars to donuts during the springtime, spring, early summertime. That is the spot right there. See, that's what I'm looking to do right there. That's the first thing I want to do once everything opens up come spring. I want to use that pack flyers on a spinning rod. They do that big time over there in UK. I'm gonna bring that to Germany. Got a couple of homeboys that like to fish as well. They got a little something going on over on our post. Come this spring, I'm gonna bring them pipe flies, and I'm gonna be blowing people's minds out. They're gonna be like, "What the hell?" All right, let's check this another one. I'm gonna check this one using a spinning rod to catch bass on fly. Back in Colorado, what I was using was I would use one of them clear bobbers that you would fill up with a little bit of water, and I would have a small fly at the end of it, and I was catching trout with that, man. Oh, here's an example right here. One of them like this right here. Ah, he's not. Shooting. Hey, so I be checking these guys out from Canal Gratis. They're man all over Europe, man. They're here in Germany. They're in Austria. They're all over, man. These the groups that do this, they're dope, man. They do some bass fishing as well. There's some countries out here in Europe where they have largemouth bass. One of them that I know is out there in Italy. I've actually caught a largemouth bass myself in Italy. But believe it or not, they got tournaments which they catch big ass freaking perch. The damn film work with them is absolutely top notch. All right, let's get back on topic and get back to the pipe flies on spinning rods. I don't even know if I would use that pink. Looks like I'm gonna have to work on my sound as far as sound coming from my computer. It looks like there's just some highlights here. But anyway, getting off of that. So basically, this is what I'm looking at right here. They got some 10 favorite Pike flies. This is what I'm going to be working with right here. Prices don't seem to be too bad. And I'm going to go ahead and film it. More than likely, my first endeavor with these Pike flies is going to be in late April. Right now, what I'm looking at is I'll probably try this berry Pike fly right here. I'll try that sea of bait fish fly because it's got that perch color. There are plenty of perch out here in Germany. And then I'll probably look at this Midnight Sun Pat Needlers. And lastly, I may try this Princess Leia fly. And so I bought a spinning reel. This is what it looks like. This is a Creed GT. Think of that. Here, in fact, let me go ahead and blow myself up a little bit so you can see it better. So the gear ratio is 6:2 to 1. If you use 10-pound test, you can put about 230 on it. Put 12 on it. Put 200 yards on it. That's a 4,000. And then for the rods, not quite sure yet, but I'm thinking about using this one right here, this G Loomis fast action medium light. But the problem is with this one is I'm gonna have to fix this tip on it, which is not a problem. Or do you think I should use a G Loomis medium heavy? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get out there and change the game on them. They're gonna be using the usual swim baits. And they'll probably throw some poppers out there and some top water baits. I'm gonna go ahead and get out there and change the game, man. I guarantee I'm gonna kill them. And if I don't kill them on these flies, I'm gonna throw some spinner baits on them, which I know no one will have out there, and I guarantee I'll catch more than anyone. And I'm gonna put it on film. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hey, so the dope thing about that G Loomis, man, that comes from my home. Well, they're not from my hometown, but they're around my area. But they there in Washington State, man. So I'm from West Seattle, and I believe they're in Marysville. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, they're from Woodland. I gotta tell you, man, damn Google, matter of fact, internet is an amazing thing. If you want to know something, all you gotta do is type it up, and you have your answers within seconds. It's a beautiful thing, man. I remember back when I was growing up, you'd have to go to the library. It would take you hours to find information. Hey, so still in, yeah. What's one of these flies that you would pick, man? I like that Gen X bunny as well. I don't know if I'm ready to spend that kind of money on this yet. Looks like, hey, they got panfish flies too. Little baby flies right there. That one look like a little bee right there. I don't know what that one looks like. What is that? Like a piece of candy? A Jolly Rancher? This one looked like a little ant with a little pink back. Let's get back to the pike flies. Where was I? Get back. Fly, trout flies, saltwater flies. That's pike flies. All right, you said you'd pick the fourth one. You would check this one right here, the CF Whistler. What's going on, Survival? Lieutenant, what's going on, bruh? Hey, so in today's topic, man. So when the pike fishing opens up, I've been trying to looking at changing the game, and what I'm looking at are pike flies. So basically, what I'm looking at is I'm gonna use a spinning rod. I don't know, either a medium heavy or a medium light, and I'm gonna use anywhere from 7 pound test line to 12 pound test line, and I'm gonna throw these flies and see how it does. What do you think about that? Oh, looks like I lost him. All right, so see what we got here. So this is another folks that sell these pike flies called SeriousFishing.com. I kind of like what they got going on right here. These ones are small, but these are some large flies. This one right here with the little red tip seems to be a popular item. Kind of like this one as well. I ain't gonna mess with these small ones. Of course, I always like that perch color. I got a lot of luck on perch color. So as far as rod, which one do you think I should use? Do you think I should use the medium heavy or do you think I should use the medium light? Both are fast action. 7 foot rods. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree. So I gotta fix the tip on that one. I had quite a few rods that got damaged on the move back to Germany. They, damn folks weren't very nice to my equipment, man. Now we're gonna take a look and see what makes a great great fly. That this gentleman right here, Lawrence Hill, he's a fly fisherman, so he's very knowledgeable about fly fishing, not only for trout but pike as well. So he says here, what makes a great pike fly? The simplicity is often the key, especially with pike flies. You do not want to invest a lot of time or expense over which may last only one or two fish. You have seen those teeth? We're looking often at simple and robust patterns which need to be effective too. Applying our standard of AIA effectors below, let's see what we need for effective pike fly. Action. This is a must for great pike fly patterns. Pike is a hunter and will be turned on by movement. Mobile tying materials will allow the sense of movement needed. Now I'm gonna tell you with these damn pike. When the pike are ready to eat, they don't care what it is. I've seen them jump after things that have fallen in the water from trees. They are the ultimate apex predator. You could probably throw a block of wood with some hooks out there and you can catch pike when they're on. When they're ready to eat, they ready to eat. They're not a difficult fish. In fact, a lot of the pike that I caught, they were causing mayhem in the water. So they're up there feeding and stuff. And so pretty much I just go follow them. I just go walk up to them and I throw my lure in there and they hit it. They're not finicky like bass. All right, he says imitation. Lure must look like something to eat, at least a passing resemblance, a fish fry or a mouse, frog, or the like. Yeah, again, when pike are hungry, it doesn't matter what it looks like. A lot of these lures out here, especially when it comes to pike fishing, I believe a lot of these lures are just to catch anglers, not necessarily the fish itself. Okay, attraction. There might be a number of attractor triggers. Red painted gills suggest that wounded fish, easy prey, possibly sound from a large fly, make ripples rather than a popper for bass or panfish. Instead of attraction, the fly may also be geared to trigger an aggressive reaction too. Noisy poppers or lures might be high on the list as an effective pike pattern in this respect. See, what do pike flies imitate? There's no matching the hatch here. As noted above, pike flies are not flies, but representations of other food. Fish fry patterns are the most common, but other food sources can represent it as fly tying too. Mice and frogs are likely to be the main other lures. So I've tried frogs before for pike, and at least in my opinion, pike are freaking horrible at hitting top water baits. I've had them hit behind the bait. I've had them hit in front of the bait. I've had them knock my bait out of the water and completely miss it. I think they are absolutely horrible hitting top water baits. That's why I don't even really use them against them. All right, basic types of pike flies. The majority of pike flies will be hairwing or rabbit or first stringing styles lure. The list includes poppers and mice or frogs, which are dressed in foam, plastic or deer elk hair. Pike will also take plugs or spinners, though these are not flies and need to be fished with a different rod. Most fly rods will not cast the weights of these heavier patterns. I won't be using a fly rod anyway. Best flies for pike. When considering the most effective patterns for pike fishing, I thought it was sensible to cover a range of options to create a capsule top 10 list of some of the best pike fly patterns. As straightforward fish or fry imitations. B, as lures with an attractor or a stimulator roll may promote an aggressive gnashing take response from a pike. C, lastly, look at forms of food other than fish fry. Picking up these criteria, let's see which top pike flies you should consider for your fly wallet or tackle bag. Many of these patterns will double up for bass, especially the top water. Got one here, hair wings, perch, the weed runner, rudd, etc. So looking at this one, this is actually a small fly, which I'm not even looking at. So we're gonna go ahead and skip that one. Maybe number 2, clousers. Another hair wing imitative pattern, but this time dressed to fish hook, point up. The clouser minnows are very useful if you are fishing a weedy line with a pike lurking during undercover and you need to avoid hooking up in the weed instead of the pike's mouth. Ooh, actually, I need to look at this one because come April, the lake that I'll be fishing will have a bunch of further into that one. Of course, Amazon's got it. So you get 6 of them, 21.45. Bigger these. Hey, size are minimum. All size are one. I don't know if I'd be able to fish with that. I think I would need at least a 2-aught or I'll look further. Number 3, tube flies. As a general style, these are good for most large predatory fish and salmon too. Flies allow for quick changes of pattern, especially if you use metal clips, rings, and transition. Fly trace them. Any of the main styles can be translated to slightly fed lead and adjusted to help the hook. Try a wiggle tail as a specialist pike pattern. Of course it goes. I don't think I'll be able to use them. Got number 4, gurgler. Tracked in category dressed with a rabbit strip and foam head. These are top water pattern to create noise. Tracked or annoy the pike into a fake reaction. You got your poppers. Got some bunny tails. Name suggests these are tied from strips of rabbit fur. Basic bunny tails can also be dressed with multiple strips of brightly colored rabbit fur, all sorts of sparkle and tinsel added as an attractor and fit the lure. Pattern is essentially an attractor and bit of imitation, highly animated. All right, man. Have a good one, man. Good luck to you. Let me know how you do. All right. Then 7, we got olive red or black zonker. Black zonker is also a variation on the bunny tail around her body, where the fly is viewed by the pike boat and the rounded silhouette. Just fish rather than lure, therefore it's no water pattern. Pull it up the upper part of the water column. Black zonker. Available. That one's in that up. We got the foam frog. It is cost effective offering than an expensive deer hair dressing and offers a top water profile to tempt the pike. You need at least one in your fly wallet just in case. You got the foam mouse, such as rainy or similar. Foam mouse is another imitator, not a pattern to use all day, every day. Again, you need one or two to bring the changes, or for when all else has failed and suspects have. Then number 10 here, they got something called the Mojave flies. It says, although essentially a hair wing, Mohawken offers a much taller side profile. It also achieves movement and life like action created by the hair for dressing. Zonker might offer a better fish shaped profile from Mohawken, perhaps looks bulkier. Sideways might offer a better prospect fished at the pike's eye level. Often in lurid colors, this may also offer an element of provocation to a pike as effective pike catching pattern. Let's check out this Mohawken fly here. Nope. Is it Mohawken or Mohican fly? Mohawken. No, man, those flies look pretty small. I think I'd use those to catch perch or trout. You'd have to have some pretty small pike. Those look like that looks like panfish. There. Conclusion: yeah, my top 10 best pike fly patterns. This range of patterns will address a broad number of fishing. It includes patterns suitable for heavy weed growing lies, topwater, and midwater column fish. Many of these pike flies will double up for other predatory fish. You have a selection of these fishing baits equipped to stock a wide range of predatory species. Remember, though, you will need to have a range of hook sizes. A large pike fly may be oversized as bass fishing, unless you are after the monster-sized fish. Good hunting and tight line. So, what I may want to do, I'm kind of bunny tails, Housers. Let me see what Housers. It was 350, but for shipping, they're out of their mind. It's 15 euros shipping. I need to buy like 40 of these. Bigger these. These are some small flies. and be able to get those bad boys out with no weight, and that's this. Good morning, JV. So I'm trying to change my game, man. I'm out here trying to find some flies, some pike flies. So I trying to educate myself, and thought I would bring it out live. Unfortunately, I can't catch no fish during this winter. They've been kicking my butt. You know, patient, just throw something out there in the water and just let it sit. Boring fishing to me. So come this spring, I'm gonna change the game. I'm gonna put these pipe flies out there. So what I want to do is I want to get them out there on a spinning rod. I'll probably go fast action, medium, light, with line anywhere from 7 to 12-pound test line. And the reel that I'll be using, this one right here. Stand by, let me show you. So that's a Cree GT 4000. Gear ratio's 6, 2, and 1. And so I couldn't decide which G Loomis rod I was going to use. This is the medium heavy right here. I think that's going to be a little bit too heavy for a fly. So I think I'm going to go with my G Loomis light. Both of them are 7 foot. I'm going to go with this light tip right here, this GL3. So man, right now I've just been looking at some YouTube, and going through the internet and trying to gather information. What I want to do is, there's something coming up in April, and I know people are gonna go throw their normal lures out there. Um, they're gonna use swim baits and things of that sort. I just want to get out there, and I just want to change the game. I want to get out there, and I'm gonna throw spinner baits, which I've had mad success with when it comes to pike. I know nobody out there is gonna be throwing any spinner baits. So when we get out there, I'm gonna throw the spinner baits. I'm gonna be crushing them, and then I'm gonna want to throw. I was sort of totally change the game and start throwing these flies out there. That's what I want to do right there. Now he's using a fly fishing rod, but I'm gonna use a spinning rod. Oh, but this gentleman right here is using spinning rod. I'm always about changing the game and raising my IQ when it comes to fishing. I don't like doing what everybody else is doing. I want to do something different. Yeah, JV, outdoors, you can use flies on a regular spinning rod. Hold on, be right back. My dog's breaking in. So in Colorado, I was using some small flies to catch like rainbow trout, brook trout. I was also catching some panfish. So I was using a spinning rod, and I was using what was it, about 5 pound test line. And what I would use is those clear bobbers. So I'd have those clear bobbers hooked up to my main line, and then I would have it connected to the mono. And then I would have the fly connected to what was about 2 pound test mono. Oh, hold on, you guys didn't see anything. Hold on, I need to minimize myself. Sorry about that. Maybe I've had too many beers. Got my big old head up here. They used a lot of pike flies out there in the UK. In fact, that's not even a 7 foot rod. That's a 6 foot rod. That's not even a 4,000 spinning rod. That's a tiny spinning rod. That's a panfish spinning rod. Yeah, that spinning reel right there is probably like a 1,500 or 2,000. Catch a little jack pike. That's what I want to do right there. I want to change the game on them come April. They're gonna be like, "What the hell? I didn't even know you can do that." That's another skill right there that I need to learn. I need to tie my own flies. I think I got the kind of imagination I'd make some dope flies. Now the question is would I have the patience? Or That's crazy that he buys the fly first and then adds the hook. So it looks like he is creating this fly in two pieces. In fact, it might be three pieces. Hell, he may even add a fourth. That is a big fly right there. That's a good looking pike fly. See how he does. Now he's fly fishing, and that's definitely not what I'm gonna do. But I'm pretty sure I can use that very fly that he's using right there on my spinning rod. And he's doing my kind of fishing. I love getting in the river. What catch? Is that a bass? Smallmouth? That is a good sized smallmouth bass right there. That's a little over a pound. That's probably about a pound and a half. Yeah, nice one right there. Ooh, she was bad. Yes. Ooh, yeah, we got us a pike right there. Look at that big old head. Ooh, yeah. Teeth ain't no joke right there. That'll make you bleed, son. I told you, he bleeding. Pike will take your soul. Ooh, that was a big blow up right there. I can't wait to get these flies in, man. That's what I want. Missed it. That was probably a pike, because pike are terrible sometimes at hitting lures, man. Especially when they're surface lures. Good follower. Damn commercials. Ooh, that looks cool. Talking about, man. Got him. That ain't no pike. That's gotta be a bad. Oh no, that might. What was that? That looked long. That's probably. Oh, okay, I guess it was a pike. Normally, pike be blowing some shit up. Woo! Look at the head on that bad boy. That's a good catch right there, boy. That's a good catch. Look at that big old head. Look like a damn big old pit bull. That's a nice pike. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, son. That's a good one right there. Not bad at all. Not freaking huge, but he is decent. All right. Let's check out these pack flies with the wiggle tails. Did you, JB? You made your own pike lures? What did you make, man? That's a proper pike right there. They make you bleed, son. They make you pay for it. I ain't got nothing but respect for pike, man. I never caught pike until I lived in Germany. I like that one pike fly on the right. That's what I need right there with that little curly tail. Yes, sir. Now I won't be fly fishing on them. I'm gonna use my spinner, my spinning rod. But yeah, like that. Yeah, I need that right there. Hey, anybody know where I can buy some pike flies with them curly tail grubs or the tails like that? Ooh, son, that looks good. I need that hook to be turned up though to make it weedless, so I can show them how it's done this April. Be right back, y'all. Let y'all watch that for a minute. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Guess who's back? Back again. Blackfisher's back. My friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Nah, 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 ba da da. Nah, 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 nah. I'm back. All right, let's check some more Pike Fly stuff. Man, that looks good right there, boy. Got the double hooks too. Ooh, that's got to be brutal. I would turn on the sound, but I haven't figured out a way to make it consistent. Because right now I got all the sound going to my microphone. Maybe the next time I go live, I'll just put the sound through my laptop. That way you can hear. I can when I turn on the sound for the you guys can hear it consistently. Still trying to figure out this live business. It's only the second time I've gone live. This wasn't even. I wasn't even prepared for this one. I just turned it on. The only thing I know is I have some plans during come spring and stuff, and I'm just trying to do some research. So, hell, you guys might as well do some research with me. Damn commercials, man. You can't tell me those don't look good. I'm gonna catch something with them flies. If I don't catch some pike, I catch some humans. The hell was that? What he was supposed to be a fishing show? They up here showing food. Come on now, he look good. Yeah. I wonder how deep that water is. Can't be too. I bet you that's like either like probably like water doesn't have to be high. They'll be sitting up on the edge. They'll be sitting up on the edge of the grass right there. They'll be sitting up right here in the edge, be hiding. There's really no kind of structure in the water. Yeah, they be sitting like right up in the weed, looking out, ambush stuff. In fact, when you release pike, you're like on the edge of these reeds like that, they'll swim right in there to recover. All right, move it, man, so we can see what's going on. Let's see the action on that. Oh, booyah! He got one. See what he's got. I'm not playing. Filming the cameraman. Oh, that's a beauty. The colors. That's a beautiful pike right there. It's not huge, but I'll take him. Hey, what's going on, Essex? How you doing, man? I'm just trying to do my research on this pike flies. Now, granted, I'm not going to do any fly fishing. I'm going to put on a spinning rod, but trying to see what's going on, man. I'm trying to change the game come this year. I, Out of these right here, which one would you guys choose? Right now, what I'm looking at is Barry's Pike Fly. I'll probably choose this one. I'll choose the CF Bait, excuse me, CF Bait Fish Fly. So this one's pretty close too, but I like that red in there. So right now, I would pick these three, and then I would probably go out on the limb and either pick this Gen X Bunny or this Princess Slayer Fly. Also on SeriousFishing.com, they got some pretty cool flies as well. I really like this Fulling Mill BC perch. Now here in Germany, there are like tons, tons, and tons of perch. They got some good sized perch. They got some small perch, and I believe the pike here. Not only do they feed on themselves, but I believe that they feed on a lot of perch as well. So at least in my experience, any kind of perch or natural type colored lures have been a good bet. I haven't caught any fish on anything bright. Though I know it can be done here. I've seen people catch pike on bright lures, but it just has not worked for me. Probably because I do not have any confidence. Another thing I'm looking at are these ones with the hooks that are upside down like that. That are especially come in handy when it comes to throwing these flies in um, like weeds or any kind of foil or anything like that, any kind of structure. It'll be more difficult for it to get tangled up. Oh, okay. You like the look of the Princess Leia fly. Where was that one? Okay, right here. Yeah. That's a wild looking bad boy right there. I think I may get that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna put that on video and see how it does. What do you think? Commercials, commercials. Let's look at some more pike fly fishing. Ooh, they in a canoe.
Are so cool. So going home without at least trying to catch a mountain pike. Do it. I need to do it. Terrifying. I just not awake. So we have to go awake. That's us here, but no. Like, so that happen? Right, to continue. Yeah, to continue. Let's go. Over. Rise and shine. Ice. Oh, we found a brown one with a bit of some grass down here in the water. grass quite far down. Line baskets, must have for every Pike fly angler. Oh, follow. Oh! Hey! I mean, come on! So, now I can change. First fish is landed. I haven't made it through one cast. And that's how good mixed power is when it comes to pike fly fishing. Normal people don't even have this chance to get to fly in the water before they catch the first one. I mean, it's not even fun. This was a nice rod, man. Oh, yeah, oh, this is a big one. Oh, do you see that? Look at that. Oh, did you see that fish? Oh, that was well over a meter. Oh, gonna change from top water. On the green. Fly TV. This is intermediate fly. But the first time, pike fly. Yeah. Oh, follower. Oh, small. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. 1 kilo, I think. Right? Water is like, what is this? Oh, and yeah, we're fishing in not too far. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, I'm staying at the Shawnee Oak Lodge. If you had the chance to go, big help and stuff.
Yeah, I was basically trying the line and I already caught the first one, so you know, failed. Maybe it's like a. Hopefully, it's not. Today we're fishing in.
So I'm not looking at. So I'm not looking at doing any fly fishing. So, but I am looking to use the flies as a lure, but I'm gonna use it on a spinning rod. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and simplify it. What I plan to do is use a medium light action or fast action rod with 7 to 12 pound test line, and so that should simplify it extremely. But the actual presentation of the flies will be the same. So I'm gonna show you one when I was in Colorado. What I used to do with my spinning rod. I used to fly fish with my spinning rod. This gentleman right here will show you how to do it.
Egal wo Sie arbeiten, Team ist nur ein entfernt.
Later, I came back 3 hours. I caught nothing.
Now, to deal with that dichotomy that I
I have to tell you right now, the spinning rod is the most versatile type rod that you can have in your fishing rod. Not only can you fish with small flies, you fish with grubs, top water, crankbaits, whatever you want. The spinning rod is the Michael Jordan all setups. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to have a fly fishing rod to be able to utilize flies. The spinning rod can do it all. Now, the way he's doing is one way, but there's many ways that you can fish with flies. You can get them clear bobbers, and you can fish with that. Or you can have it to like how he has it. You have an inline spinner up above, and then you put it on a trailer as a fly. It is so damn versatile. It's probably one of the best fishing inventions ever. I'm going to continue with his episode here.
do that, I don't know anyone else who does this. I used to I have 12 to 18. I've got my first bugger. Second favorite bugger, usually one of my favorite quality. Backwards. Yeah. Biggest fish. Some days, all of my bites, I'd also want daredevil. Diamond does not catch fish. So it works well. I can order. That works. Not okay.
So I got to tell you right now, there is a plethora of information. The internet is a godsend. When I was growing up trying to figure out, navigate how to catch fish, you had to get out there and talk to specific anglers. And I have to say that my knowledge was stunted. But today, I can just go out there and Google, or I can get out there and YouTube. I can find so much information. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's funny because my sons, they'll come to me and they'll ask me questions. And I'm almost at the point to where I'm like, why are you even asking? You have the information right in the palm of your hand. Now, granted, not all the information is solid. Some of it can be misleading. But the knowledge is at the palm of your hands. I remember growing up and I had to do projects that I had to go to the library, and I would spend hours in the library trying to do my research. I don't even know if kids know about libraries, or even how to navigate a library. All of the information's at the palm of their hand. All right, I digress. Let's get back to it.
I don't know why, but that's the advantage. Very slow. You can't. I recommend. So, I also have credit score. Fishing. Not is right from fly fishing.
So now with this one, I've actually used this particular technique. Unfortunately, it didn't work too well with me because when you put the uh, crankbait up front there, it's not good to put the treble hooks up, tangles up your line. And the thing was, the fish seemed to go after. They went after the crankbait instead of the fly. So because I didn't have any hooks on the crankbait, it would blow it up, but I couldn't catch them because I didn't have any hooks on the crankbait, and they wouldn't even go after my fly. So then I would take the fly off and put the hooks back on the crankbait, and I would get nothing. So this particular technique for me was very frustrating.
Dry fly. Dry fly. Dry fly. No. I don't think it's the best way to catch fish. I think we're going deeper in the water. Brook trout. That's all. Brown trout aren't caught. Dry fly for the. Dry flies. Can't do it. Dry fly. I use it. Still floats. 4 feet. I have dry fly. I've got plenty of other dry. The advantage of using this Dracula is it can weight more aerodynamic. Fish oftentimes and generally dry fly. Check with the Bavaria. Works. I will.
Now, JV, I have to say, inline spinners are the shit. In fact, any body of water that I go to, I'm not sure what to throw. First thing I'll throw is a spinner because that particular lure is an ab beast. I have caught everything on them. I have absolute confidence in line spin. They will catch trout. They will catch bass. They will catch crappie. They will catch perch. They will catch pike. In fact, I've caught bluegill. I have caught, what else have I? I've caught chub. I've caught eye. I've had catfish go ever. Inline spinners. Absolute beast. Every stream of new water that I go to, I will throw an inline spinner this season. I absolutely know that I can catch anything in that water with that particular lure. Got here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, so here's an example here way to catch fish with these damn clear water bobbers. I know I've gone off from what I was trying to get at with the flies and the pike, but that's just what I do. I'm constantly trying to up my IQ when it comes to fishing. I am always trying to learn.
Hey, all you addicts out there, welcome back. You guys are doing it. Go down here. They were social life. Social life. Also, what I have on this box. What I have on here. Bigger reel. Out ourselves. Why that is? Probably won't grow a big separation. Also, the 10.
So the biggest key when you're throwing with that big old clear bobber into your fly is before the fly hits the water, what you want to do is you want to stop that line with your hand before it hits the water. That way, the bobber goes, hits the water, and as you're touching your line, it'll hit the water, and you're touching the line. As you stop it, that fly will fly out past the bobber. Because if you don't do that, what it will do is it'll get tangled up with your bobber. So again, when you throw out that fly and bobber, you throw it out. And just before that bobber hits that water, you want to stop the line with your fingers. So that way the bobber will stop, hit the water, and that fly will continue further and land at its greatest distance.
I show you guys the knot. Double surgeon's knot. that braid. What I'm gonna do here is I have both tag ends. I have both same across. I like to have my tag end 4 to 5. Next, I want my right side. That tag end and my fluorocarbon, I'm gonna run that hole. I'm gonna pull all my leader line back to that hole and see how it falls through. 2 line. So fluorocarbon.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pause that. Going over the tying in particular knot or whatnot. My opinion, doesn't matter what knot that you, whatever that you're familiar with, you. But anyway, with that, hey, you guys should check out Addicted Fishing. They got a lot of content out there and very knowledgeable anglers. I am normally subscribed to them, but I'm ready to subscribe right now. They can teach you anything from catching trout to bass to panfish to whatever you want to catch. Excuse me. Guys, they're extremely knowledgeable. I have learned a lot from them. But anyway, I think with that, I'm about to go ahead and end this live. Please subscribe. Please check me out on my other platforms such as Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. And as well as Twitter, things that sort. So, if you guys like what you see, check me out. As soon as spring comes around, I'll be back on that water catching some fish, and I'll put some other content out there. One of the biggest things that like I said, I want to do is I want to go ahead and try those flies. I'm gonna put some content about that. Other than that, y'all have a good one. Tight lines.